chance for the Chargers, and they score!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Business Over Breakfast here on 321 Media. We are, oh man, I got like a head thing going on today. My forehead, I don't know what's happening. Anyway, we are here today with the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce, as we are every Thursday for Business Over Breakfast. My co-host today is the one and only Grace Lund, the events manager?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Events and office manager.
Events and office manager. Okay. And we also have Jessica Senior from J&R Senior Sheet Metal. Hello.
Good morning.
To both of you.
Hi, good morning.
Before we get into J&R Senior Sheet Metal, which I always want to call Junior Senior because I just think it's funny. I'm sorry. Last night was the annual dinner for the chamber. How'd it go?
It went really well. Program was pretty smooth. We got to recognize Stephen White, who's now retiring as CEO of the Wesley Community Credit Union. And Frank Krataka was our key award because he's been such a huge help with everything over the last couple of years for the chamber. So it went really well. I think everyone in the room had a great time. Our auction was successful. So, yeah.
That is fantastic. I actually went and had a great time. I did go. I did go, and I did have a. You didn't miss me. You saw me many times. Now, did I skip out before dinner? Yes. Yes, I did. I have an issue with panic attacks in public. But I was very proud of myself. I went downstairs to the silent auction room. And I hung out and went around and chatted with people.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Fun. Did you bid on anything?
No. No, I did not. I tried. So the internet where it was, no fault to the establishment, but the internet's terrible down by the beach. And so I tried to bring one of our things to boost the internet for everybody. It did not work.
Oh,
because it's a 5G thing, like there was no service.
Right.
So that did not work. So I did not bid on anything.
Yeah, I will say once everyone you got on the Wi-Fi because there's an open Wi-Fi, then it worked fine.
Oh, good.
And it was better upstairs.
Yes.
Once you're in the room, and our auction went till 8:15, and the program started at 7. So
yeah,
there was at least an hour upstairs where you could keep bidding.
But it was a lot of fun. Beautiful. Venice is beautiful. I went home and Jackie was like, I don't think I've ever been to Venice. And I was like, oh, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful ballroom. I would love to. I was like,
space.
Yeah. I was like, I would get married there. And she was like, you should shut up about that. And I was like, all right, fine. No, cool. No. I know my place. She was like, do the dishes. I was like, yes, ma'am. But anyway, no, it was a lovely time. And it was actually a big moment for me because I have I have PTSD and I have panic attacks, and you know this, and so I was not gonna stay, if that makes sense. I was gonna bail, and I brought Andrew Fiore, one of our employees here, one of our contractors, and I brought him to make sure everything worked okay with the sound and stuff, and also to be there in my stead. I did ask Jackie if she wanted to go, and she was like, I thought you were going to bail. I was not prepared for this. I'm not going to dress up. And no, I'm still in pajamas. And I was like, okay, cool. No, I'll go myself. So I went, and then we set up the sound, and then I went downstairs, and everyone was so friendly. And also, I had the help of some anti-anxiety meds, and
thank God for modern medicine.
Yeah, which I've taken, by the way, to go to weddings and stuff, and still had mini panic attacks. So I was like, but I'm sitting there talking to everybody, and everyone's so nice, and also because of the 50 under 50 and all of these programs and stuff, like most of the people there knew me and were coming up and introducing themselves, and like people were so kind. And I found myself just keep going back in, and I had like this heavy backpack on with all of the rest of the sound equipment, and I was like, I need to at least bring this to my car. I'm just like a big turtle shell everywhere, and I'm like, I gotta go. Like I gotta walk back to my car and at least drop this off. But it was a big personal moment for me of like, oh, I didn't have a panic attack the entire time.
Everyone is so friendly.
This was
at
lovely.
Those events. They are some of the best.
Yeah. So I was like, I texted Jackie when I got back in the car, and I was like, I feel so bad. We could have gone to this thing completely. Like I was fine. I was completely fine. I'm actually bummed that I'm leaving. And
it's always next year.
And and also I was honestly planning on skipping out on the 50 under 50 celebration night, which I shouldn't. Like I wouldn't. I really should be there for that. I interviewed all 50 of those people. But we will be there. So I'm very happy. I got back in the car and I was like, I can do hard things again. So anyway, it was a lovely night, and congratulations to the Key Award winner, Frank Rotaco. And I am so sorry, I'm going to forget his name off the top of my head. Stephen White, who is such a great guy. Yeah. Over at Westerly Community Credit Union, and I didn't realize he was retiring. So perfect time for him to win the Citizen of the Year. Exactly. All right, let's get into some sheet metal. But actually, hold on. Show everybody what you did.
Yes, I made. So
Grace doesn't know about this because she talked about it before she got here.
Everyone brings. I watch this podcast every Thursday, and everyone brings breakfast. So I'm like,
I don't bring breakfast.
I'm going
Am I supposed to be?
Make.
Oh my god!
By the way, no, you're not. Lisa's the only one that brings breakfast.
Wait, what?
I have banana nut and chocolate.
Stop! That's so cute.
And I promised my grandfather anything left over I was going to bring back.
Wow.
That is so kind of you. Thank you.
Wow. That is. So we are here with Jess Sr. from J&R Senior Sheet Metal and Muffins. And they are a chamber member, and you can purchase their muffin. No, you can't purchase the muffins.
The muffins are a sister company. Side hustle. Yeah.
A new side business.
Yep.
A new side business.
That's so nice of you.
Tell us about J&R Senior Sheet Metal.
So we specialize a lot in custom copper work, primarily copper, aluminum. That's pretty much the scheme of what we do. We are actually right on Langworthy Road, right across the street from the Valenti dealership. We've been there for years. Operations originally started as a roofing and contracting company. It was a business that my dad and my grandfather, his dad, built from the ground up, started there. And then in the early 2000s, there was a increased need for sheet metal, or they were finding an increased need for sheet metal. Nobody in the Westerly or Southern Rhode Island area was doing it. So my dad said, you know what, let's jump in and do it. And for a while, there was a transition period where they were doing roofing and sheet metal. And then in 2005, it took over as to just primarily sheet metal. And things have just exploded since then.
I love that. You see a need for something, you say, I can do this. And then you do, and you find a way to make it happen and then make it the full thing. And that's awesome. If you don't know what, like, so sheet metal and the copper parts that you're using for things, by the way, I have Jess, when she was on a different show a couple months ago, gave us some pens, and I use it all the time. So, and these are pens that are made from the copper ends. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
So, what type of, like, your accents for roofs, stuff like that? What sort of things do you guys make?
So it is accent pieces. A lot of it too is weatherization when it comes to houses, keeping your house watertight. Especially, we work for a lot of contractors who build custom and luxury homes on the coast. So parts that are able to withstand wind and rain are extremely important. So we do a lot of we do a lot of standing seam accent roofs and standing seam roofs in general, but we also do a lot of drip edge, drip cap, door and window pans, things that just kind of typically get like buried under, shingles or drip cap. You can see a little bit of it on the top of a window or a door, but it protects your lumber from rain and water damage.
Neat.
Awesome. I know that you so obviously it's your dad's business.
Yes.
You grew up in it. You went and did other things.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know a lot about sheet metal and copper before coming back and working full time in the business, just from being around?
Absolutely not.
All right.
And I guess like before when I started working for the business, and it was a little after 2020, I think it was 2021, I started working for the business. I had been hired as I was going to school for accounting at the time. And my dad was like, great, you can be a bookkeeper at some point. And I was like, okay, yeah. And then he got me into he taught me a lot of the smaller fabrication, the wall vents, the roof boots that we make, anything in shop, because I don't have the arm length to be able to throw around 10-foot pieces of metal.
That's fair.
So, but yeah, up until that point, I had no idea.
All right.
Interesting.
And now you run the social as well.
Yes, I do. And that's been a lot of fun and a big learning curve for me, because I took in my degree program for accounting, because there was some business administrative in there as well, or business management in there as well. I took one marketing class, and my dad was like, you can run the social media now.
But you've done a great job with that, and the reels and stuff
you.
that you do. They're very educational. Because man, do I know nothing about sheet metal or you said
sheet metal.
Yeah, you said roof boots earlier.
Yes.
And I was like, I don't know what a roof boot is.
So that white plastic pipe that sticks out, usually that vents like a bathroom fan.
Yep.
Mhm.
That is a roof boot, is just a copper it's primarily copper. It just goes right over that. It fits right over that plastic piece. It not only looks great on a roof. I'm a biased opinion, but I really love the look of copper up against black shingles or black asphalt shingles. I love that contrast of the dark and light, but it also protects your roof boot too. So you're not going to get an animal that wants to, chew at it, or, it protects it from the rain as well.
I'm gonna be looking at roof boots now.
Yeah. I'm trying to look at the the roofs around here. Yeah. Oh, I can see the library. You also make little intricate things too, right? I'm gonna try to pull it up, but little souvenirs, American flags and coaster sets and stuff.
Yeah. So
you guys sell individually that you can purchase on the website.
Yeah. That actually came to be because it was a few years back, we acquired a CNC laser. I think it was 2018 when it was purchased. And that allows us to cut and etch metal, which is a lot of fun because it helps us in our daily fabrication, because all of our the wall vents, I can cut a sheet of metal and have a template or all the components that I need for a 6-pack of wall vents that can be cut in under 2 minutes.
Wow.
And then I just take the pieces out, you bend everything, and you have, you've got your etch lines, which show you where to bend. There's no measuring. It's just kind of take everything out and bend it the way it's supposed to be. But it also does allow us to do some of the more artsy things as well. The coasters, every Christmas we do come out with an ornament. So stay tuned around the holidays. I don't know what we'll come up with this year.
Speaking of Christmas and that laser, I believe.
Yeah.
You guys created the sign above the door of the lobster trap tree.
Yeah. That
for
was
the
a lot
chamber.
of fun.
Yeah.
Was that with the laser then?
Yeah,
Okay,
yep, that was
got
cut.
it.
That was cut with the laser. My stepmom does more of the design, like she does all the artsy and custom projects that we get. So if someone needs like a custom wall vent, she'll put it in. We have a design program, Corel Draw, that we use to, we, you know, put it all in there, and then it goes to a it gets exported out to the laser machine, and we tell the laser, the computer program will tell us how big of a sheet we need. We cut it, we put it in there, and all we have to do is tell the laser where the lower left corner is in that,
That's crazy.
and
Wow.
then we just let it
it
go.
just goes on its own.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
That's awesome. It reminds me of a 3D printer now. I don't know why it does, but it does. What has been the biggest learning curve for you in the last 4 years of working in the business?
Actually, the biggest learning curve has happened recently because I'm super excited to announce that we are distributors of Prefa aluminum now. Prefa aluminum is a well-known aluminum it's been in Europe for like 75 years, something, crazy. It's been around forever. We started purchasing it through a company called Wuku to start. And then when they decided that they weren't going to distribute that aluminum anymore, my dad got in touch with the, Prefa aluminum and was like, hey, I have, he really loves to use the metal. It's essentially an aluminum that is soft enough to where you can bend it like copper. So you can do, like, if we have a client that wants a aluminum roof, whether that be an accent roof or if they're doing their whole house in aluminum, we can do those. It's like a European folding technique, which gives you like these beautiful crescent ends. They're almost like half moon ends at the end of the panel. So instead of those like harsh lines that you're getting this beautiful curve. Not only that, but it helps with, you don't have to worry about, if a standing seam roof is done correctly, you will never have to worry about water getting back under the panels, but it's just an extra like reinforcer because all your water is going to want to pitch down and it's not going to stay anywhere. It also gives it a little more rigidity as well, just makes it a little stronger at the end. And my dad loves it because it's an aluminum that is soft enough to bend like copper. We're super psyched. We just got our first container in on Friday. I posted a reel about it, or I put together like a really, really nice video showcasing everything that we have. And we've already started to ship. We had a shipment go out to Massachusetts. We just sent some out to Montana, which has been really exciting. It's been fun to network. And since we do ship, like, we're just a little business here in Rhode Island, but we can reach out to everyone in the US, and it's been a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Wow.
And as you're growing that side of things, social media is going to be more important for getting the word out about those things so that you can reach
Absolutely.
other places, which is very cool. So, do you like? This is maybe too personal. Do you see yourself continuing in the sheet metal business, like as a family tradition thing, like maybe someday taking over for your dad, or like in the future, like have you really like locked in and love it?
Oh, absolutely.
Because you seem to be very passionate about copper and aluminum and sheet metal.
I guess too, my learning curve with this whole Prefa thing has been a lot of the bookkeeping end of it, because we're working with a company that is based in
Okay,
Austria.
now that's just nerdy. That's just straight up nerdy. Anyway,
But we're working with a company that is in Austria. So like all of our invoices come in and they're in euros. So having to
cool.
convert it, and then I have to give a big shout out to the Westerly Community Credit Union, because they have been so helpful in helping us navigate like international wire transfers and sending money over, because this is all brand new to me. And they've just been super helpful every single step of the way.
Look at that.
Amazing.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And also very fitting with last night's
Steve
Citizen of the Year. that is incredible. What's coming up new? Like what's the summer look like? Is that a big time for roofing components? Roofing. I don't know what that is. Roofing components. Like what's your busy season?
Oh goodness, we're in the thick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are in the thick of it. And you just have to be prepared for the schedule to go. Like you can have your whole week mapped out and then it's like, oh, it rains one day. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, now we gotta just adapt. And yep.
Do you guys do the installations of the like the roof components and stuff like that then?
Yeah, it's my brother. So my brother Justin and my father Jason, they do a lot of the installs. My stepmom does more of the custom shop fabrication, anything really that we get custom that comes in. She's the one that designs it and will make it. And then I just follow everyone around with a camera all day and
Looks great.
Yep. Send out the occasional estimate.
That's the best. That's what I say at chamber board meetings when everyone gets the like, okay, so the lobster trap tree, everybody's gonna come and to take down the tree and like get up on the ladders and stuff, and I'm like, I will have a camera.
Yep.
I will have
the opening night. I see.
Yeah. I will have a camera.
Mhm.
That's it.
That's all.
I'll have a
It's
camera.
wonderful. That's all we need.
Thank you. I'm not useful in any other way here, but with a camera. So that's what I will do.
That's essentially me. The shop has been like crazy busy right now with just like everyone's moving around, getting stuff done, and I'm over here just like following everyone around with the camera.
Can you physically go to the shop, or is it just like a warehouse for you guys?
No, people can go into
Oh,
the
okay.
shop. Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I didn't realize you guys installed it. I thought it was more like you make it and then you go, here you go.
we do that a lot for contractors and
Mhm.
roofers. We'll have people that just need standing seam panels or like roofing bundles, essentially, where you get like you get the panels and then you also get the drip edge and the transition flashings and everything like that goes with it. We also will get like, we do everything down to like the clips, the screws, the high temp ice and water shield, really anything that you would need to install a metal roof yourself. You could get it from us, but we also do some of the installing as well.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I went to Tennessee in 2002 and I stayed in a house that had a copper roof and it rained and it was I remember laying in that bedroom listening to the rain on the copper roof and being like, I love this. This is so soothing. I'm gonna look up on YouTube and see if there are
Probably
there are, like,
ASMR
ASMR videos to go to sleep
hours.
to. And
Yep.
yeah, another reason for Jackie to hate me. Okay, so
I will say it's not, as long as your roof is well insulated.
Yeah.
It like my dad's house is the whole roof is copper standing seam panels. It pours and you can't hear anything.
well, you ruined
I
my
know.
thing.
Oh no.
You ruined.
I
I know nothing about copper. So when you go into the do you guys have like a little store in the facility or just like the warehouse or the what did you call it?
I think I called it like a workshop.
A workshop, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like a little store with the like coasters
like,
and
a
stuff
retail
that you could
space?
is there a retail space in there?
We don't have a retail space. It's more just
Okay, so I shouldn't just send people to the address.
No.
Okay. just checking, just
Double
checking.
checking.
I'm just gonna delete that.
Good
Nope.
idea.
Unless they want to come in and say hi, which is fine. I'm usually there every day.
So they can come in and go, tell me about copper.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
All right, nice. Do most people know more about copper than I seem to?
I don't know anything about copper.
Thank
This is
you,
all
Grace.
new to me as well.
Grace and I are newbies here to this.
Can't say I'm up to date on my metals.
The aluminum, though, I'm very familiar with aluminum cans. That's about it, though. So what kind of things do people call you for? I know you work with a lot of contractors. So do you work with a lot of contractors, roofing companies, stuff like that to work in association with them?
Yeah, primarily. We do get, sometimes we will get some, like, I don't want to say oddball projects, but we get some cool projects come in. Like there was a woman that came in last week and she brought in like this whole sink template, or like a template of what her kitchen sink looked like. And she was like, I want this countertop space to be copper. It was like, okay. So like we do get some homeowners that come in too every once in a while.
Now you mentioned the copper roof, right? You also have copper countertops and stuff like that, don't you?
Yes, in my
So,
house,
yeah.
the kitchen island is the whole thing is copper countertop.
That's awesome.
Which is fun.
What's the benefit of that?
It's actually, not many people know this, but copper has antimicrobial properties. So it can not only, like, without getting too technical, it, like if you get bacteria or anything like that on copper, it not only will break down the membrane of that cell, but it also like ruins the DNA in it. So that cell cannot multiply anymore.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's awesome. We have let's see here. Hold on. Oh, okay. We have a comment here from someone who is smarter than I am. Has J&R ever fabricated distilling equipment?
We have not.
They have not, Rudy. They have not, Rudy, but you could.
We could, yeah.
You could. Give them a call. Give them a call. Shout out to 13th Hour Distilling. Look at that. So is it a lot? Is it more B2B or B2C for you guys?
Definitely B2B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Very nice. So who would be the perfect people to call you and learn more about what you guys do?
Any general contractors, roofers that we don't already do work for, definitely. And then any homeowner that's looking to, any home improvement project, if you're looking to elevate your home or add, some type of copper accent to it, whether that be a wall vent or a small roof, get in touch.
I just had an idea that I think could be huge. Should I say it or should I say it off air? Copper cutting boards. Why not?
You have to have a specific copper for it to be considered food grade copper.
Okay.
So it could be done. You just need a special grade of copper.
Because like the debate of like, oh, don't use a plastic cutting board because you're going to get microplastics in your food.
Right.
Don't use a glass cutting board because you're going to dull your knives. Don't use a wood cutting board because it's going to get moldy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, just don't do anything. Just don't do anything ever. Just,
I could also see potential too of dulling knives, but I mean,
okay, fair. Fine, not $1 million idea. I'm gonna. Can you guys move over to the left a little bit so I can jump out the window? We're only on the 3rd floor. It's just gonna hurt a lot.
It could be a decorative cutting board.
Sorry, guys.
Just for like,
it could be a decorative.
charcuterie
A decorative cutting board with like for like weddings and stuff with like the names and dates and stuff in it. I bought one of those made out of wood for I had one custom made for some friends that I actually officiated their wedding. And I had and I had a cutting board made for them, and it is still in my closet because they never grabbed it when they came back from New York. And
when did they get married?
2019.
Well, now it's yours.
Yep.
Listen, Thank you to the Bone family, Jess and Alex. Shout out to Jess and Alex Bone. I have your cutting board, and you're never getting it back. or you never getting it in the first place.
You just gave me a great side hustle idea though, because I could etch names and
You could
dates
etch
into
names.
it,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
all right, something
put that
to look
put
into.
that up on Amazon, put it on Etsy, sell it on, sell it locally. Like that's
Retail space.
retail space.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely etch
Mm.
names and stuff into this. See, I'm good for some things. I'm good for some things. Anyway, what else? What else have we missed because we don't know what we don't know?
I don't know the right questions to ask.
Yeah, right? What else?
That I mean,
Anything that you wanted to cover that we did not cover?
No, not that I can think of. Really, the most exciting thing that's been going on lately is, the PREFA aluminum. It's been exciting too, because I've known about this, or this has been in the works since, oh my goodness, like the end of April. So it's exciting now to be able to finally announce that we are official distributors of it. It was really cool to see the container come in on Friday. And we actually, on every single coil of the PREFA aluminum, it's all packaged and it says J&R Senior Sheet Metal on it. So that was a
Very
fun little
nice.
moment.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, all right, we should try the muffins.
Go for it. Which one?
No,
do
no,
you
no.
want?
Which one do you want? You're having a muffin. You're having a muffin.
Brett.
Everybody try the muffins.
Which one would you like?
I don't care. I'll one of each.
I was like, there is plenty of
Okay.
each.
Yeah, there's
Have a
way more than
muffin.
anybody could ever have. For when she brought these in, I thought that they were this is banana nut.
Yes.
Okay. When she brought these in, I assumed that the containers were copper, and then she was like, "No, I made breakfast," and I was like,
Plastic.
"Grace,
I know I'm killing you all with microplastics. Sorry.
Cutting boards.
yes. Well, it should be copper." Here we go. Seriously though, someone else eat this. I'm not just tasting it.
All right,
Banana
fine.
muffin.
So you're not alone.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
Little classy
So,
up in here.
what did you guys grab?
Chocolate.
All right, cool.
I got banana.
I'll do the banana nut. All right. So, if these are terrible,
Yeah, I'm about to be
I taste tested these.
all right,
not terrible.
banana nut. Here we go. Oh, I'm the chamber logos in my face. Okay, here we go.
Let's just choked on it. Tastes good.
Yeah, J&R
Just-
Senior
it's
Sheet
a
Metal
solid
and
mini
Baking.
muffin.
I don't think I've ever had mini muffins that weren't like the little, like fake mini muffin, like the not fake, but like the
The
little
grocery
bag
store
ones.
ones?
Yeah. Oh yeah, grocery store ones. No, I was talking about like literally like the. It's not Hostess, but whatever it is.
Oh, like the.
Oh.
I know what you're talking about. With the plastic donuts.
Yeah. We got a comment that said y'all cute.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Tip my hat, I guess.
I'm gonna pretend like that's for me as well. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sancho. Anyway. How long have you guys been involved with the chamber?
Oh my goodness. I do not know,
know
to be
either.
completely honest.
Since before your time, probably.
Yeah, I want to say it was definitely, if not like 2020, it was maybe even a little before that.
Yeah.
Actually, it definitely should have been before that, because if we did, we cut out the lobster trap tree. So it was somewhere 2018 and beyond.
Okay, yeah. The first tree was 21, I think.
All right.
So, yeah, a couple years before that.
Yeah.
What is your favorite event of the year? Oh, I turned my mic down so no one could hear me chewing. Because my mic is directly next to my mouth. What's your favorite event of the year to go to?
So I'm going to be completely honest. I have just moved back. I just moved back to Westerly in January of this year.
That's
So I haven't attended any formal chamber events yet,
It's
but I do love all the, and I know we're kind of a ways away from this, but I do love all the holiday events.
Yeah.
Well, you've been to the Lobster Trap Tree, I assume, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
But
so
then,
you can
like-
say the Lobster Trap Tree.
But the lights in Wilcox Park, and I really like those too.
She's just mentioning the things that she's gone to after saying that she hasn't been to anything. That's cool.
It's okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Um,
We try and do a lot of event marketing, but there is a good population that doesn't know what we do, or
there's also
that
a large
we-
population of people that go to the events that the chamber does not know that it's the
well,
chamber.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
there's we try and like have like our tablecloth or our sign there, but people don't always put it together. Sitting right over there.
I should-
been in
should I-
Ben's
should I-
house for like a year now.
Should I pan the camera over for Maria?
It's only been.
Maria,
I did text her and to say I got the sign.
there you go, Maria. Oh, and there's the fedora from Toscano's Men's Shop. There we go, Maria. You're welcome. You do. It was in my car last night for
It's
the
okay. It
for
got
the
busy.
event.
It's here now.
Maria, I got a text last night from Grace. Should I not say?
No. Don't. I was basically just warning Ben that he should really bring the sign tomorrow morning because
Yeah.
it was going to be dangerous. I was worried for you.
What other what events are coming up for the chamber right now?
Well, we just finished a 12-week long span, so there's thankfully
More.
not too much. It's been a long spring.
Do more, Grace. You're so lazy.
I know. Next Wednesday, we have 5-minute networking at Rocks 21 at the end of Mystic. It's a speed networking event, so it's like speed dating. So you just sit across someone, give them your pitch, and then move on to the next. So that is 5 p.m. Like I said, next Wednesday. Appetizers are provided, and for members it's free. If you're a non-member, it's $25, and you can register at oceanchamber.org. I think there's still some spots available if you wanted to sign up. So that's Wednesday, and then we're done in June, I think.
Oh,
Don't
come
quote me.
on.
Don't quote me. Well, there's only one more week left of June, so
How were all the Sunday fun days?
they were good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I missed the first two. I work another job as a dance teacher, so I was at a recital the first one.
What?
Yeah. And then I was really sick for the second
What
one.
dance school?
Michelle's.
Aw,
Yeah.
I love Michelle.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
She's fantastic.
Yeah. They're a chamber member too,
How,
unironically.
how in God's name do you both of you? How do you have second jobs? I don't understand it. I don't understand. I can barely do one.
No. I only teach like one day a week, so it's not
Okay.
like I'm spread out throughout the week. But yeah, it's fun.
Fair,
Yeah.
fair.
Definitely keeps you disciplined, and time management is a must.
Yeah. I would say the dance job for me is like it's like a passion job. Like it doesn't feel like work because it's something I love to do.
Yeah.
So I'm like I just go after work some days and I'm like, okay, just me and these 12-year-olds
Yeah.
who teach me the craziest slang and say skibbity whatever.
Skibbity toilet.
Yes, literally.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking at them like
I don't know what it means.
I don't
but
either.
I don't know what it means.
I think we feel so old.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So okay, interesting. Well, yesterday you and I got in the elevator to go up to the ballroom with all of the sound equipment, and you were like, how was your day? And I was like, well, and then I was like, I'm not going to complain to Grace about being busy. Like, I just anytime I'm having a long day and Grace, Lisa, or Maria ask me how I'm doing, I'm like, I'm good. I'm good.
No,
I'm
you
good.
can
I'm
say
not
you're
gonna-
good.
I was like, I'm not going to complain about being busy. You guys are the 3 busiest, most insane people that I've ever met. So anyway, what else is happening in July?
Well, you touched on it earlier, but our 50 under 50 celebration event
Mhm.
is Tuesday, July 22nd.
Yep. Yeah, that's
That's
right.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
From 5 to 7 p.m. at Saltwater Farm Vineyard. So we are recognizing all the people we have just spent the last couple weeks posting about, for thanking them for all their community and business achievements. So we're very excited about that. That event is open to the public if anyone else wanted to go. Tickets are $25, and that comes with the drink ticket. And then we have a bunch of appetizers. We're going to have some music. So it's going to be a really cute event.
That's awesome.
And then the same night, I have a Stonington Sunset movie. We do our free movie
Oh,
series
yeah.
in the borough.
Well, at least you're going to be in Stonington for
yeah,
both of
it's
them.
super easy.
Yeah.
That's at 8:30. So,
Okay.
but that's free. You just bring a blanket, a beach chair, and we have a giant blow-up screen, and you can sit and watch a movie for free. I think it's
Is it bring your own snacks or do
Yeah.
you guys? Okay.
bring your own snaps. Sometimes, like, we have sponsors, and they'll give out little goodie bags. The Royal Westerly has consistently sponsored a movie every year, and she always makes like the cutest bags, like,
Oh, how
and
sweet.
she themes it for the movie. So like last
Aw.
year, they picked Barbie to sponsor, so she gave out little like pink sunglasses,
Oh, how
little
fun.
pink candy. It was adorable.
We were at Navigant yesterday for Man About Town,
Mhm.
and Bill, who owns Mystic Luxury
Mhm.
Cinemas, I tuned in a couple times because I was up in Exeter, West Greenwich, filming something for the Washington County Fair, and I turned it on to come when I was coming back home to see how it was going because I wasn't able to be there, and I just hear him going like, "Yeah, the movies are free. Not the movies are free, but the movies are what they are. We're gonna rip you off on the popcorn." And I'm like,
well,
because he's like, but he's just so honest about it. He's like,
I mean, it's
he's like,
expensive popcorn.
he's like, look, guys, we don't make anything on the movies, right? Like you
Right.
go to a
Right.
movie,
That's fair.
the movie company makes the like
Yeah.
all cinemas make, but I could not stop laughing. He always does it when he's on Man About Town. He's just like I own the milk duds that I steal that I like rip you off
Mark
for.
up.
Yeah. I own the milk duds.
I
Yeah.
do
So,
appreciate the honesty. though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
he's fantastic, and he's like he's like oh, you like watching your movies at home? How big is your TV? You got a really big TV? I was like, we have like a 60-inch TV. He was like, I measure my screens in feet, and I'm like, I love you.
I will
so-
say I like to go when they do their half price nights at Mystic, because then I can get a popcorn and a soda and feel like I didn't
yeah,
overcharge myself.
yeah.
And I'm there for my Diet Coke and my popcorn. So
Oh, it's
Mhm.
great. It's
Mhm.
great. They also have alcohol there.
This is true.
Which is great. So the Stonington Borough, you can go watch a movie and bring your own snacks.
yeah.
Tell me about that more.
It's just a free movie series we've been putting on for a couple years as just a perk, and it gets more people into the borough, especially. And it's right outside of the Stonington Free Library, so it's on the grass right there. It's, I think, Waterwinex Square, right near where the, like, up the hill from where the lobster chop tree is.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's completely free, family friendly movies. The first one is the second Moana, and then the next one isn't the week after, it's 2 weeks later. I do every other week. There's just two. Is one of the Sonic movies. I think it's the third one.
Oh, nice.
I put it out to my mom and said, "What are your kids watching?" She said Sonic, and I was like, "All right, whatever you say." I always pick one movie that like I want to watch because
Yeah.
I have to sit there, and then one movie that I think like the kids are gonna watch.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. What else? What else you got going on?
The end of that week is Riverglow.
Oh my god! Already?
Yeah, July 26th. You're doing that like you're working it.
The year goes by so fast.
Yeah, it does.
Seriously.
I can't, you're doing that like you're working it. Yeah. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. We'll
it's-
send the drone up.
Yeah, I mean it's
I'll sit here with
Yeah.
a drone with a little drone controller and fly by it. No. I'm not.
It's
I'm
a week
not-
earlier this year, so it's not.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh,
why it feels so quick.
All right, so it's only been 51 weeks.
Yeah,
Since-
you know. But yeah, I mean that is a crazy event for us. There's like 30 something bonfires on the river that we
Wow.
light individually. Yeah, it's like a little water fire in Westerly. Not
Yeah.
nearly
Oh, that's
the
cool.
elaborate production, but we have music, we have live entertainment throughout the park.
It's
got
awesome.
a belly dancer, a steel drummer, vendors that set up, a fire juggler. So
It's one of my favorite events. It's so cool. It is very, very cool. It's like something you wouldn't expect to have in Westerly, and then people make such a big deal about similar things in bigger cities,
Mhm.
Providence, and like to have this here is so special.
Yeah.
And I know I was talking to several of the people that get involved with the actual bonfires on the river, and Colin and Rudy and one person, maybe it was Mike, somebody cut their hand and then just put it in the water for that. That was like insane, just
yes,
insane
but I don't remember
stuff.
who that. It could
I
have
don't
been
remember.
any of them.
I think it was Colin. Like it was just
could have been Colin, it
insane
could have
stuff.
been Jeff Frenette.
Jeff
anyone.
Frenette, yep, Jeff Frenette.
Just, yeah, no, that's typical.
the the people that make the bonfires happen on the water it takes such a big coordination, and it's like it's one of the bigger events of the year.
Yeah, it's definitely our most labor intensive. I
Yes.
mean, the Lobster Trap Tree is long and it is a full scale production, but this we do all in one day.
Yeah.
We get them on the river in the morning and then they're off right after at 10 o'clock. We're pulling them off. And then they kind of have to cool down too because they've just been on fire. So we're dousing them as well.
Yeah.
So it's just like from a manual labor standpoint, it is the most intense
And again,
in my eyes.
and again,
Don't quote me.
I will quote
Okay.
you. That is a quote from Grace Lund. And again, I'm only good for holding a camera. So thank you to everybody who puts on that event, because God help me.
Yeah, that's a very
if it was left up to me,
volunteer heavy
you'd
event.
get a sparkler being held over the bridge,
yeah.
and I'd be like, "This is it, guys. This is the glow of the river."
Yeah, that's a very volunteer heavy event. We
Yeah.
could not do that without them. I can't they're heavy. I mean, they're not light bonfires at all.
Right,
So without anyone that shows up that day,
and it's
be me dragging them.
it's gorgeous. So, all right, that's July 27th,
Sixth.
26th.
The rain date is the 27th,
Oh, okay.
but it's not going to rain.
Knock on the wood.
No
knock on
more
the wood.
rainy
No more rainy
Saturdays.
Saturdays.
I hear this Saturday's
It's
supposed to be nice.
Yeah.
And the pops are this Saturday, so
They are. The Pops are this Saturday, which is going to be wonderful.
Mhm.
You guys going to be at the Pops?
I will not be at the pops.
Why?
I'll be in South Carolina.
Why?
'Cause my best friend's in South Carolina. Because I'd like to leave the state of Rhode Island and Connecticut for the first time in like 4 months.
Fine. Fine. We're gonna say Jess, are you saying? Do you agree? We will let Grace go.
Yes.
Okay, my ticket's not refundable, so
I don't care. I don't care if your ticket's refundable. You have to work.
no, this is the chorus.
I don't. I know it's the chorus, but you
Just
have to.
saying.
What if somebody needs the chamber for something? on
They
that
could go
day?
between 10 to 2 because we're open on weekends.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Do things slow down at all for the summer for the chamber?
Compared to the spring we had, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lot more people coming into the building now because it's tourist season.
Sure.
So we're interfacing a lot with the public and promoting all businesses. So from an event standpoint, it does.
Yeah.
But we're also just prepping for the fall and the winter.
And of course, the 100th
Yeah.
celebration. In
Which
August.
is actually the week right after Riverglow. That's why we moved Riverglow up a week.
Okay.
And that's August 3rd. That's going to be our party of the century is the name we've coined it. And excuse me. And it's, like I said, it's on the Watch Hill Green under a very large tent. And we're going to have, it's not going to be like a formal dinner. It's more like cocktail appetizer style, but we're still going to have Watch Hill Catering that's doing some of the food. Besta
Love Watch Out
Bakery is
Catering.
is contributing. Sift Bake Shop is contributing.
Oh, I love Sift.
Yeah.
Jess
Busted
is gonna
Packing.
Jess is gonna bring her mini
Jess is
muffins.
make
JNR
muffins.
Senior sheet metal cake,
Muffins.
whatever.
Oh my God. Wait. Okay, no. If you're gonna go into baking, you have to do JNR Senior sheet cakes.
Yeah.
That's
Genius.
well. I mean,
Genius.
it was her that just misspoke into it.
Well, these are muffins.
Look at
though.
this. Show up for a
I
podcast.
know, but you said sheet cake.
leave with the business.
You said
Sheet
sheet cake.
muffins.
I know,
sheet
so
metal
that's why I
cake,
said
don't know.
JNR Senior sheet cakes is amazing.
Right. Going back to
And
the
they come
event.
on a copper thing that has like, so if it's like happy birthday or like it's like happy anniversary to the Chamber of Commerce, that's engraved on the copper that it's held on.
Retail space.
Retail space. Go to Lisa must watch every episode that doesn't have her on it and go, why are these all so unhinged? Anytime I send Maria or Grace, Ben just gets completely goofy on everything.
Sorry.
No, it's me. It's me. It's my fault.
Look at this. I show up for a podcast and leave with 2 new business ideas.
Ooh, Chamber World. Let
Yes.
me tell you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Those are free, by the way.
No, I could get a patent right now.
Anyway.
As I was saying about the 100th party, tickets are on sale now. They're $125. It's gonna be a great night. I think it's like 5 to 9 maybe, but we've got a really great band, Blurred Lines, and we're just excited. It's gonna be a celebration. There's no speeches, no big, no speeches. So it's not gonna be like an annual dinner or anything like that.
What
It's
if I
just
want to
fully
give
a-
a speech? What if I want to? I'll bring my own PA system.
a clink with a glass, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if that's in the cards.
All right, good. No speeches. No speech. I won't give a speech.
I'll
Are
let
you
you get
kidding
if
me?
you want. You can give a speech at Riverglow,
I left.
or at the 20 or the 50 under 50 because you know
that would actually make.
that would make
that would
sense.
make sense. I'm not doing it, but that would make sense. Yeah. All right, I'm going because there's wine. Anyway,
so
the-
bad.
don't drink. All right. Anyway, this has been. Go to oceanchamber.org
So
to
is
find
it-
all of
oh.
the. To find everything there.
Mhm.
Jess,
Where do we
tell
find
people
you?
where to find JNR Senior Sheet Metal.
So you can find us on Instagram and Facebook. Just search JNR Senior Sheet Metal and we'll pop up. Our website is jnrseniorsheetmetal.com. You can get in touch with us that way. And then you can also
JR Senior Sheet Metal.
jrseniorsheetmetal.com. And then
I'm on it. Which is fine.
and then we also have a phone number that you can call to get in touch with us too. And that is 401-322-1509.
Awesome.
All
Thank you so
right.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jess from JNR Senior Sheet Metal.
Thank you.
Also, JNR Senior Sheet Cakes.
Yeah.
Patent pending.
Patent pending.
Yep.
Thank you to Grace Lund. Thank you to all of our chamber champions scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Thank you to everybody who came to the annual dinner last night. It was a lot of fun celebrating the Citizen of the Year and the Key Award recipients, as well as welcoming new board members and
Yeah.
stuff. And
New board members.
I don't know. I missed the main part of the
It's
evening.
okay.
I just did a little
Yeah,
networking with
welcome
everybody. And
New board members, say goodbye to some of them that are outgoing. So
yes, absolutely. And I'm still there somehow. I'm still on the board. They kept me. So you're not getting rid of me yet. Thank you also to our 2 sponsors for this show on the 321 side, both of whom are board members now.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So we have both of who are in the advertisement, at least not the businesses, but Patrick Lynch over at Wireless Zone 224 Post Road, brand new board member, and big thank you to Lathrop Insurance
And their new
Dan,
chair.
the new chairman of the board.
Yeah.
I almost broke into Frank Sinatra, but nobody would want to hear that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We'll see you next week on Business Over Breakfast. Bye for now.
What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at Dunn's Corners at 224 Post Road, and everybody down here is getting the brand new iPhone 16. We have it here in stock. The best part is right now, if you trade in your old phone, you get it for free. We got deals all weekend, awesome savings. Come on down and see us, 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners, Verizon Wireless Zone. We'll see you soon.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.